mwaka wa 2027 ukikaribia.
Guys, nilikuambia kwamba hao majamaa wameanza kutense baada ya President William Ruto kutumanisha Cherargei pale kwa parliament ili waweze kupitisha hii bill ya term limit. Now, Kimani Ichungwa amekuja realize pia kwamba William Ruto is a betrayer na hafai kumaliza 7 years. Unaona watu wangu kama first term. Juu asha realize William Ruto anapanga pia kwa kick out. So now Kimani Ichungwa ameona heri William Ruto amalize 1 term in 5 years and not 1 term in 7 years. Hiyo itakuwa blanda kubwa. Kabla usikize and show me like na nasema thanks for your great support. Nyinyi ni watu wa nguvu zaidi. Sikiza kwanza hii.
You heard about this purported extension of term where MPs, MCAs, governors and the president want to extend their terms from 5 years to 7 years. Of course, there's a lot of issues there. Is it constitutional? Can the Senate do this or not? We have known that it's in the second reading at the Senate. But truth be said, first of all, I don't want to even discuss about how unconstitutional it is. I also don't want even to talk about how insensitive it is. But there's a very fundamental question we have to ask. Why do you think that this year that no one went to the street to propose anything to do with the finance bill? Why do you think nobody went to the street to discuss about the issue of appointments into government, to organize mandamano? Yet in June 25th, 2024, that was a big issue. Why did even people waste time? People never wasted their time to discuss about the stories to do with the public participation in the finance bill and budget. The truth is this: Kenyans gave up on this government long time ago. And the only thing that is keeping this country from gliding into anarchy is just the hope that Maliza Mwende. They know that in 2027, they will go to the ballot and send this government home and then get their country back, put it back into governance, constitutionalism, and prosperity. So the first question I could ask, why should they ask for extension of term? Do they deserve it? Why do you promise people too much things? They promise people heaven. They said ukombozi inakuja when Kenya Kwanza government took in. Then when they took office, when they are being asked about their 100 days plan, we didn't deliver within 100 days. They said give us 200 days. Then all of a sudden they said give us 1 year. Then when they could not deliver anything, when people are asking questions, accountability, what followed was and forceful disappearance, forceful arrests, abductions, killing. And as they do that, looting is taking place. There is no job creation. They promised nothing that they promised they'll do. Healthcare is in shambles. Education is in trouble. So they are not being able to do anything with what they told us that we should be able to promise. The other question is, why ask for a second term when you believe that you delivered? If you have really delivered on your promises, because I hear them still telling us they have delivered their promises, they are doing the affordable housing, whatever they are trying to say they have delivered, and they have created so many jobs. So if you believe you have actually delivered, why do you need to extend the very term that you have? Why don't you just know you are guaranteed a second term? Therefore, there is no need of asking for extension of your first term. The other question you can ask, which is very critical, is why do you really ask for extension of the current term if you are really sure you can win second term? Because I had people shouting 2 term, 2 term, 2 term. If you know it's 2 term, which is 10 years, why do you need 7? Why don't you go for 10 instead of going for 7? So for me, this actually shows that these people have not delivered anything, and they're actually looking scary at the fact that they might not be able to deliver anything, and therefore they just want to extend their term again by term. What will you tell Kenyans who have already given up and they're just waiting for the ballot revolution? Because the bullet revolution failed, now we are going for the ballot revolution. And let me tell you how this looks like. And if you believe me, you'll actually see this come. Mark my word. On June 25th, 2027, we will go to the street And many people go to the streets just like June 25th of this year to commemorate what will happen on June 25th, 2024. Gen Zs, Gen Xs, millennials, all of them will go to the streets to commemorate this day. What will the president do? Remember, June 25th will just be less than 2 months before the election. What will they do? The president will unleash police brutality on them and beat them up. The fresh memories will come back again. And if that happens, Sabasaba Day is exactly 1 month before the election. They'll come back to the city again to do demonstration, not just because the government has not performed. They'll also demonstrate because people have been beaten on June 25th. Now, 1 month to the election, after you do that, how do you expect to win the election? Because I can tell you, it is the hope that we will be voted home which has become the opium of the masses. The masses are having this opium, knowing that do whatever you do, you are going home on 10th of August, 2027. That is what they are saying. And that's what keeps them alive. That's what makes people wake up. That's the hope for them. For me, for you, who is watching this clip, you know very well that if anybody takes the hope from you, that this current administration that is 12% popular will go home. If someone can take that hope from you, you have nothing to hang on. You can actually glide into anarchy. Someone tell the current administration, please, dare you try to withdraw this hope from them by adding their pain by 2 years. Can you imagine if there's one of your biggest nightmares, one of your worst nights, God tells you he's going to add 10 hours to that night? How will it look like? So that's what they are trying to tell us. And I want to tell the current administration, I want to tell the Senate, I want to tell the National Assembly. The president has said that you receive bribes to pass bills. Should this bill pass, you know you have also been bribed. So we shall do this. We shall come to the street and send the bribed and the briber. Both the person who has bribed you to pass this bill and the person who has been bribed will go home, and we shall come, put the Senate into fire, put Parliament into fire, then eventually put State House in fire, because there is no way we can just sit here and corruption rule in Kenya. I'll tell Kenyans, whoever is ruling Kenya is not the president. It is corruption that ruling Kenya. Imagine if the president can bribe MPs. We are hearing that even judiciary is being bribed. Now we are hearing commissions are being bribed. All independent bodies are being bribed. And the president is one bribing. And then the president is also being bribed by other people outside the country to accept some foreign policies which don't work. World Bank, how much is World Bank affecting us with? IMF. Why are we being colonized by people from outside Kenya? We want our country back. And Kenya will evolve back to what our founding fathers want. We shall evolve on 10th of August, 2027. And I can tell young people, now that you have been told that 29th of August is the day when we begin, of September, is the day we begin now registering new voters. Let no one tell you, oh, you cannot remove William Ruto. Oh, your votes will be rigged. Oh, you will be controlled. No. Register en masse. In fact, I will be moving from each and every county telling people, let us just register fast and have the bullet and the gun cocked and kept, waiting to send this government home on the 10th of August, 2027. And let us not even imagine that we'll extend that by 1 day. 2 years is too much. Let's even try to extend by 1 day. We have a date with destiny, which is on 10th of August, 2027.